What's up, Sporkman family? It's your boy Sporkman, and welcome back to another Market Watch. It's day one of the tins officially being out, and yes, we are going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about a lot of other stuff because the market's kind of going woohoo, kind of crazy right now. So, yeah, but let's talk about the tins because that's what you're here for. So, Blue Eyes White Dragon. The QCR was pre-sold at $30. And I talked about it, right? I talked about it being around maybe cheaper, maybe $16, $15. It'll probably get there. And it probably will get there at this point, you know, when it's all said and done by the end of the week. Maybe next week, we'll see. But there is Blue Eye support coming out too, so keep that in mind that prices are expected to escalate for this as well. So do buy into it while it's on the lower end of things because people are favoring this copy. They love the shine. They love the aspect that it's a SDK artwork. So again, right now it is on the lower end comparing to what it was at pre-sale. We always talk about pre-sale being higher. I understand it. I did going kind of crazy with the pre-sale prices and telling people to buy into it because again, the ratios don't look that great. Obviously, prices have come down just a little tad bit, but not much, right? We look at the pre-sale to now, the day one, usually prices go way down. It hasn't. And it's very telling because of the ratios that's in these tins. SPL Knight, a little bit more affordable. A triple tag starts a little bit more affordable comparing to where it was at pre-sale, right? But for the most part, we're looking at these prices and they're kind of mirroring a lot of the pre-sale prices. Trident Dragon, Chaos Angel, they're kind of mirroring the pre-sale prices that Gamer's Choice had up as well. Now, let's be honest, everybody. These prices, if you're asking me, are fair to the public, are fair considering the ratios that Konami has given us. Yes. Could it be cheaper? Do we want it to be cheaper? Obviously, I think that's a given. We want these things to be cheaper, but I don't think it will be any cheaper comparing when you're looking at the ratios. Things can go down and things can be flooded in terms of the market here for TCG Player, and things can actually work in your favor for a little bit in the next week or two because people are just going to dump their cards on TCG Player. But what happens after those 2 weeks? What happens after those 2 weeks of the market? Things get bought out. Things are already getting bought out here in the market. Things have been kind of bought out since the beginning of this morning, and it's been kind of crazy. People have been buying things in waves, in threes. It's not surprising though. Again, I don't think that the market will be flooded in 2 weeks' time. You'll see a lot of low listings, and that's because people will not be opening up the tins as much. They'll be buying singles, which again, most people are now aware that that's what they need to do. If you go to your OTS store, they'll probably give you the recommendation to buy singles if they're good people out there. Now, obviously, you do want to support your local OTS stores. I'm not saying that. I always say it. Support your local OTS stores. But at the same time, the product has to be worth buying, and Konami has to be giving us a product that's worth buying sealed, and they have not given us that with this. Again, you're not lucky to pull SPL Knight guaranteed out of one case, let alone two, let alone three. So sometimes you might need even 4 cases of this. That's why I'm saying the prices are not bad. Yes, you could be the one that pulls 2 SPL Knight out of one case. Yes, you could be the one that pulls 1 SPL Knight out of one case. But not everyone is that lucky, right? 36 secret rares per case, 100 secret rares in total. So do the math, everybody. You're not going to get that lucky. Okay. Let's move on. We do have Gamer's Choice having these misprints up as well because obviously Konami has given us misprints in these tins and they have given us it in a big fashion. And Gamer's Choice has seen that and have actually put them up for sale because they've had their own cases where they have had secret rare misprints in their own cases. And they are putting it up for a pretty large amount, I would say. Now, here's the thing I'll tell everybody, and this is just my opinion. You can take my opinion. You don't have to take my opinion. This is just how I feel. When a misprint is misprinted, it's supposed to be very rare. It's supposed to be something that not many have. If you're telling me there's a lot of these in stock, there's a lot of these available, there's multiple misprints of these available within the set. To me, these prices, and all respect to Gamer's Choice, I don't really see them being worth it. I don't see this being really a misprint in my opinion. Yes, it's a misprint, so to say, because it is definitely not the original Prismatic Secret Rare that's supposed to be in these tins. But if all the cards in most cases have these, is it really that much of a misprint? Should it be that highly priced? I don't know. Personally, I would be against buying this. That's just my personal opinion. You don't have to take my opinion. Like I said, it's up to you what you want to do. It's how you want to spend your money and how you view misprints in your case, right? And how you evaluate things. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I understand Gamer's Choice is trying to make a sale, and I totally respect that. And I know people will buy it. I know people will go crazy for this one as well, having two different copies of both a prismatic and a regular secret rare. But for me, I don't see all sense and purposes of doing that. Spending this amount of money. But respect to those that want to do it. It's just not my liking. Rage of the Abyss booster box have been going up in price. This was at $73 last week. Now it's at $82. It's been going up. And I've been telling everybody, Rage of the Abyss is a good set. It's a matter of time before these booster boxes start increasing in price. And TCG Player is now reflecting that as well. Quarter Century Bonanza at $124. Pretty up there in price. Pretty expensive. I've been telling everybody to go on Game Nerds because they have it for $66 in terms of Rage of the Abyss booster box. They still probably have not that much quantity left over. They did sell out a few weeks ago and then brought it back into stock, I think, a week ago. This is going to sell out again, guys. It is. It's a matter of time before this sells out. If the price increases on TCG Player, people are going to look for different avenues to buy it for cheaper. This is probably the cheapest I'll see it within the next few months if it ever does go down in price. But yeah, $66 is what you're looking at right here for a very cheap price tag. It has actually sold out for the Quarter Century Bonanza set on Game Nerds that was selling at $87 and I was covering. I bought a bunch of boxes of these. So I can't wait for them to arrive, but I bought it for $87. So shout out to Game Nerds for amazing prices as well. Because as you just saw on TCG Player, these are selling for $124 and above, as a retailer will probably be marked at this price. So just be aware of that, everybody. You know, Game Nerds really, I respect them. They have really great prices. But a lot of places you're going to have to pay an arm and a leg. So, you know, try to get in early when I do these market watches because I promote it. I promote, hey, go and get this because it's on the cheaper end of things. Well, we'll see what happens, right? As of right now, Bonanza is very expensive. Rage of the Abyss is going up. So get it while you can on Game Nerds. And hit the restock notification button because you definitely want to be notified, especially if you want to pick up Bonanza. And for this price, I would do it. Now Speedroids are getting some support in the newest set that's coming out. We talked about it in an earlier video in the Supreme Darkness set that comes out in January, and things are going up. High Speedroid Corkscrew has started to go up, so just be aware that some of the Speedroid cards are going to start increasing in price as people are getting ready for that set to come out. And there are a lot of fans, and a lot of my friends that I know are fans of this deck as well, so be prepared for these prices to start going up, as well as Evil Hero is getting some support in the newest set as well in January, so these prices are expected to escalate as well. That have already escalated, to be honest with you. As we can see, the chart is going up on this one, so just be aware of those things as well. Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon is also going up in price. You know, this one has been going up for a while now, but we're seeing it start to increase even further, so just be aware of that as well. That these cards are expected to go up, especially since we're getting new Speedroid and just Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon support as well, so just be aware of those things. The Ghost Rare started to spike up. This was around $15 at one point, I remember being. It was like super cheap, so now that it started to spike, just be aware of that as well if you do have it in your collection. And then we do have Krishron support coming in the newest set in January as well. So we do have a lot of things coming in that set that looks really awesome. And things have started to spike. This was around $15 if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, $15. Now we look at the price tag. It's about $28 for this one. So just be aware of that. Things are escalating in price for a lot of different areas. And again, everyone, it is day one. So just be, you know, a little cautious of how you're spending your money as well. I don't want you going kind of crazy. I don't want that happening. But I will say, for the most part, considering the aspects of the ratios and all that fun stuff, the prices are not as badly priced as you think. And again, we talked about it. Konami is trying to milk these cards, so these prices are going to technically stay a little bit on the higher end of things. But yeah, hopefully it goes down for a little bit for your favor. But yeah, it looks like the valuation of a lot of these cards are going to be very much up there in price. And low listings will begin to happen because I'm going to be honest with everybody. There's not going to be a lot of people opening these tins after the next 2 weeks. And if that's so, because I've been seeing a lot of people say, I'm not even picking up the tins, I'm just buying singles. So just be aware of that as well. So, that is very scary for the listings that is going to appear here, as we already have low listings on the day one. But again, it is day one, so people are starting to list stuff as well. So we'll see what happens. But from your truly, Sparkman, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Market Watch. Leave your comments down below what you think, any opinions, any thoughts. And yeah, that's about it. We'll catch you next one. Subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.